In this video, I'm going to show you how you can process your voice in real time. And one option that you have is you can use the DBX over here, the dbx286s channel strip, and connect that to StreamYard, live streaming software. That way you are able to process your voice in real time as you're on your live stream and get good quality audio like you're hearing right now using the dbx286s, going through OBS using a virtual camera over into StreamYard. So let's see how we can connect all this. We're going to go to my webcam, and I'm going to come up on the screen. Now you can see the DBX286S. It is what we call a channel strip. It is a voice processor, and I believe it's a little subjective in a way where you have the different parameters where you can add the compressor, Deesser to take out that semblance in your voice, which my voice has a lot of. You have the enhancer, as you can see, low and higher details, which are, let me move it just a little bit so you can see that. All right, so you have low and highs. And then the next thing you have, let me take myself off the screen for a minute. Then you have here a couple things, the enhancer, which enhances your voice on the low and top end. If you want bass or the highs are here. Then you have the expander and the gate, which is removing in real time. This is awesome. This is one of my favorite things about the DBX286S is with this expander and gate, I've brought the threshold up to a little beyond negative 30 decibels to cut out anything below this at a ratio to 2:1 that is removing the background noise. Okay. Then that doesn't mean you can't have, you can't have stuff running in the background. You have to turn that stuff off because it is a gate. So once the gate opens, if you do have noise, it's going to travel through there. And then we have the output. That is going to basically a Focusrite iTrack Solo, which is just one I have. Use what you have, right? I recommend that. In the order, that is the way that I'm connecting using my microphone, which is, let me give you and talk about my signal chain. I'm using the Rode Procaster, which is about a $230 microphone. I'm using the Pop Shield shock mount, boom arm, all Rode products. That is going XLR into the back of the DBX286S. And then it is traveling here to the mic preamp, which this mic is very passive, means it needs a lot of gain. So I have that turned about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then that is, okay, coming over here to the 48 phantom power. I do not need that to power this microphone because it is a dynamic microphone. Now back to this again I've increased the gain on this. The wonderful thing about the DBX286S is it is able to give you a lot of gain that's clean gain. All right. We're not hearing the noise. A lot of them would not have clean gain and you would be introducing more noise. The DBX can handle that. We go over here. I have the 80 Hertz high pass filter on. Then I do not have this engaged. This would be to bypass all of the processing. Why would I want to do that? But let's listen to it. It's going to get a little louder, so prepare yourselves. So this is with the microphone with just the preamp and no processing whatsoever. I hear a little background noise in the background. I can hear my computer fan. You may or may not be able to hear that from your phone or device, but you would hear it if you have good quality professional headphones. Let me turn it back on. This is with processing on. So this is happening in real time. I'm not going to process this audio in post. I'm not going to do anything to it. I may have to gain it up in post, but other than that, I will not apply any filters whatsoever. Again, if I was to bypass it, just use it as a preamp. That's what it sounds like. And this is with the processing on. I'm using the compressor. I have it on about a 4, and density is about on a 7 on that one. And I could adjust that just a little bit. Okay, I'm bringing the compressor down That's what it sounds like. Let's bring it back up. I could almost even go to a 5. That's a more compressed uh, audio that sounds like a radio announcer type thing. I'm going to put it on about a 4. The Deesser remove, and this is awesome too, because a lot of people, if you're like me, have a lot of semblance in our voices. So when we say the letter S or the letter C, those words seem to really be piercing in people's ears. So I've got it on about 4,000 kilohertz. And then I have the threshold on about a 5. I could adjust that. And the more I adjust it to the right, the higher I go, the more it's going to take that S out. One of the ways we can test this is this way. You see it activating. So the letter S, semblance. All right. You get the idea. Next is LF detail, which is low frequency detail. So the more I turn this up, I can add more bass. More bass, more bass, more bass in my voice, more bass. You want a lot of bass, a lot of ridiculous bass. Here it is turned all the way up. That's a lot of bass. All right, let me turn that down. That's incredible amount of bass, ridiculous amount of bass. All right, so I've got that probably on for my voice. I have some bass. That's just my voice as you hear it. Turn it up to about a 2 maybe. All right, now we go to high detail. We can adjust that. This is the top end. So the more that I turn this up, it accentuates the top end of my voice. You can hear that. Ooh, it's getting piercing. So I don't need any more of that. I turn it up to about a 2. And then the expander gate, again, let me move myself out of the way. The expander, the gate, let me move this XLR cord. This is a threshold ratio expander gate. When you speak, the gate opens, as you can see the green. When I do not speak, I stop speaking, it closes the gate. Gate is open, gate is closed when it's red. Next is output. I get fussed at a lot on YouTube about, I think it's kind of subjective, but this works for me. I'm getting good levels. I could take away over there and add more here, but it works for me. Let me know if you know better in the comments and like to add to that. All right. And so that's coming out. I'm coming out of the output on the back, which is 1/4 inch TRS, the 2-ring tip ring sleeve, coming to the front, female XLR, into the Focusrite audio interface, and then that is traveling to my computer via USB. All right, so you can see the setup, and you let me know in the comments below what you think about what this sounds like. Because as I'm talking, you're getting the idea of how I've processed my voice and how it sounds in real time. Now, let's look at something else. Let's go over to StreamYard right now. Okay, now we're over here in StreamYard. I've already created a example. Now, what I do, I'm using OBS as a virtual camera to be able to do this, by the way. So if I go down to right here where it says cam and mic, then you can see I'm using the virtual camera. Audio is coming through the iTrack Solo. Okay. And that is my audio interface. So we're going through the dbx286s, and we are coming in here. Now, probably we do need to, let's see, automatically adjust mic volume. I'm going to say probably turn that off. Well, actually, I turned it on. You can kind of test with that and see what it sounds like. Actually, that's probably better. I'm not as high now. So let's keep it there. So as you can see, as I'm in StreamYard, and I would be doing a live stream right now in real time, and this is what it would sound like. I'm going to sound better than anybody else. I'm going to have a great presence there by being able to process my voice in real time. Could I just plug in the microphone as it is, and is it going to sound better than everybody else? Of course. But if you want to go to the next level, then consider either a Rodecaster Pro. I made a video about that. I'll put that in the cards right now. Be sure to check out that video. And also another option, a cheaper option, would be, in a sense, cheaper, would be the dbx286s, processing your voice. Of course, you need audio interface, that type of thing, but you get the idea. So this is, again, connecting StreamYard to the dbx286s and processing your voice in real time. All right. Now, if you enjoyed the video and you found value out of it, would you give me a like and consider subscribing for future related content? And in the meantime, this is David Toller with Supplemental Sound. We'll see you in the next one.